What up, yo? It's Matthew Maley from MatthewMaley.com. Wanted to do another quick video here, let y'all in on my current situation, as well as a poker recap over the past about week of playing. I haven't been able to play as much as I would like, so I wanted to just do a full week's recap since I didn't have a whole lot of info. But as y'all can see, this is my normal day right here. Me laying on my bed with my MacBook, playing poker, and usually TV's on the background. Gotta say, midday, afternoon for ESPN, some of the best TV on period. Between Around the Horn and Sports Nation, that's my jam, which gives me even more motivation to become a professional poker player so I could be playing poker while watching that daily. But I digress. Just wanted to do a quick video, show y'all how I'm working with it. But as a lot of y'all have seen from my past video and from my posts on Facebook, I have a real bad back and hip injury. So this is about the only position that's comfortable for me is laying on my stomach, which I gotta say gets very old when you're at over 2 weeks of laying on your stomach. But anyway, want to do a quick poker recap video for the past week worth of play. As a lot of y'all saw from my post, I qualified for the $215 buy-in, $750 guarantee last Sunday. It's actually a really solid tournament. Start off with 5,000 starting chips, so it's got a good deep stack. Still has 15-minute blinds, but 12-minute blinds, but you aren't going to get much better than that online unless you're playing for a $1,000 buy-in. But I actually started off pretty well. Was doing quite well actually, and ended up just overplaying a hand, which I've been doing that. That's been my biggest flaw lately, is I can't get away from big pocket pairs. I'm overplaying them. I'm not putting all the pieces together and automatically assuming the whole, oh, he couldn't have that. Well, of course he could have an ace. He called my pre-flop re-raise. It's very possible he has an ace. In fact, he could have an ace or a king, and they both hit. And I had 2 overs, and I still pushed after he called my bet on the flop with my jacks. But it was a bad play, to be quite honest. I have nobody to blame but myself. I could have played it 10 different ways. Instead, I played it the one, way where I ended up getting knocked out. But I ended up, after that, played in the, I think it's called the Double Deuce tournament. It was a $22 buy-in, but what's cool is there's almost 10,000 people in it, so the payouts are actually pretty solid. First place, I think, was like 35 grand, so that was pretty tight. Ended up just getting unlucky on that. I actually had top pair with the second nut flush draw, and ended up the guy hit the nut flush draw, and I hit the flush on the river, and it just got bad and whatever. Sadly, that's life sometimes, you can't get away from it. I don't think there's any way I could have played that hand otherwise that would have, changed the result at all. That's kind of just how it was going to be. Then recently I've been playing a lot, just cash games. Been trying to get better with my online ring games because, as all y'all know, I can't stand playing ring games online. I've always been about playing the sit and goes. I've been dabbling in the rush poker some, but I mainly really like to sit and goes outside of the large tournaments. So I've been attempting to broaden my horizons a little bit and play some ring games. So I've been sitting 2-table, 50 cent, $1 no limit. It's a $100 buy-in, and it's been real rocky. As I posted on Facebook, it's definitely one of my downswings, and as any poker player out there knows, unless you're just the 0.001% player who never has a downswing, poker's going to be peaks and valleys, and I'm definitely in a valley right now. But all I can do is just keep trying to grind through it and try to get over it. My bankroll's taking some hits. I had one pretty decent session. I made 80 on one table and about 40 on another. And then the very next day, ridiculously fast, I just dropped the pretty much almost 300. Just one play was a mistake on my part. I admit that. I overplayed ace king. When the guy had pocket tens, I really thought I could push him off of it, but I should have gotten away from it. But then by that point, I had so much money invested in the pot. I tried to fire a third shell at it, and even though there was a queen on the board, he still called, which it was a good call. He didn't put me on the queen. I might have been able to put me on the queen, but of course I wanted him to fold. So, and then the most ridiculous hand of all, I had pocket queens. A guy raised pre-flop. I re-raised him. Got called, and again, this is, you know, the 50 cent $1. Guy had made it, I believe, 350. I made it to 10. Other guy called the 10, and the third guy called as well. Flop comes up, Queen 9-4, rainbow. I'm sitting beautiful. So, guy bets, I raise, other guy pushes all in. First guy calls, I obviously call, or he might have gone all in, I went on. Regardless, it was over a $600 pot. Money was all in on the flop. And feeling great, set over set, turns a blank. River, he hits the case 9 to give him quads. So that one really, really was painful. Crushed me pretty good. And it was one of those hands I had to kind of take a break off of, you know. When you have that big of a pot, especially when I'd been running so horribly, you know, to have something like that. And I can't say I was running so horribly. It was a combination of running horribly and playing horribly. But that really would have brought it around. So that didn't hit, which really hurt. And, you know, so I took a little break after that. Went back at it, played a little bit more. Had another losing session tonight. So I'm done for the evening. Just gonna kind of relax and maybe read a little bit. I feel like I need to get back to the basics of poker. I feel like I've lost it a little bit. As a lot of y'all know, I played some of the best poker of my life back in May, or in April and May. That was as good as it got for me when I got the third place in the World Series event. But since then, I feel like I've been getting a little stagnant. Like my game hasn't been what it should be. So I think I'm going to bust out Super System again tomorrow and not only reread the No Limit Hold'em chapter, but I think I'm going to finally get serious about expanding my games. They just opened up the new draw poker on Full Tilt, and I absolutely love Deuce to 7 triple draw. So I think I'm going to fresh up my skills on that. It's been a while. I haven't played any of that in years, but I think I'm going to get back on that and just try to get back to the basics. You know, I've been wasting too much time and money, not playing as well as I know I'm capable of, and I need to just get back up on it. So, once again, Matthew Maley from MatthewMaley.com. Kind of a long video, kind of jumped all over the place, but thanks again, everybody, for the support. I really appreciate it. As you can see, this hasn't been, all the support hasn't been helping much, but it's been helping my morale, so I appreciate it. Now, if only we can find a way to transfer it from my morale to actually my body, I'll be good. But until then, this is Matthew Maley signing off from MatthewMaley.com from my bed in Phoenix, Arizona, where I'll probably be for at least another couple weeks. I never thought I'd say it, but I really wish I could go back to work right now. It's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, hit me up, MatthewMaley.com. Check the Twitter, check the Facebook, check the website, and I'm gone. Peace.